Well, good evening. Happy new month of February 2024. I'm so glad that you've chosen EBN TV to inform you tonight. We're coming to you live from Kenya's capital, from wherever you're tuning in from. This is EBN Prime Edition. You're in safe pair of hands. My name what has happened across the country on this February. So let's take a look at stories making headlines. Murder suspect Kevin Kinyanjui to face possible extradition after prosecution request in court to have him tried in the USA. Petitioner sues Chief Justice Martha Koome in court over the appointment of the Tax Appeal Board, says the CJ should be removed from office. President William Ruto and the Kenya Kwanza faction kick-off tour of Bungoma County on a development tour. Well, you can watch us across our social media platforms on EBN TV. This broadcast is live also on our website at www.ebntv.co.ke. Let's get started. This is EBN Prime Edition. Now, a private citizen has filed a petition seeking to remove Chief Justice Martha Koome from office over what he describes as failing to adhere to the law while appointing members of the Tax Appeal Tribunal. The petitioner, Michael Kojo Otieno, claims that Koome failed to be transparent and discriminated against appointing persons who applied to be members of the board. Otieno based his petition on 7 accounts, including discrimination, abuse of office, and violation of the Constitution.
Kenya did not comply with the provisions, express clear provisions from prima facie evidence on recruitment of members at the Tax Appeal Tribunal. Whereas the powers which had been conferred upon the Chief Justice, she relied on an old law instead of a new law, the Tax Appeal Tribunal Amendment Act of 2022, whereby Section 4B states that while appointing the members to be at the Tax Appeal Tribunal, they should not be less than 15 and not more than 20. And as per to the Kenya Gazette, dated on 19th, I have it here with me, dated on 19th May 2023, that is Gazette notices 6285, 6286, and 6287. Excellency, the Chief Justice appointed 22 members, which is contrary to the dictates of the law. I've stated that there were 2 Gazette notices, that is 6285, 3 Gazette notices, 6285, 6286, and 6287, whereby members of the board who were appointed were 22. The other ambit is that she relied on a wrong provision of the law. And if you look at the Judicial Officers Code of Conduct, that is Rule 35, states that a judicial officer shall exhibit respect to the rule of law, comply with law, avoid impropriety and appearance of impropriety, and act in a manner that promotes public confidence in the integrity and impartiality of the judicial service. That one definitely clearly indicates that the CJ did not comply with the law.
No student from primary or secondary schools should be at home because of lack of school fees. This is according to President William Ruto after inaugurating the Naitiri SA primary school buildings in Tongaren constituency in Bungoma County, sponsored by the Safaricom Foundation, saying that the government has already released more than 7 billion shillings to make education a success. However, the head of state has said more than 20,000 JSS teachers will be hired soon. The president toured the construction of the Naitiri market in Webuye and then visited the Nzoia sugar cane mill in Nzoia and ended his visit by launching the construction of affordable houses in Kanduyi constituency.
Na vile mlisikia nilitangaza wiki iliyopita, kuna mashule inaambia wanafunzi wale wa JSS ati serikali haijatoa pesa, warudi nyumbani atuwaende walete school fees. Mimi nataka nitangaze nikiwa hapa Bungoma tena nirudie. Tumetoa bilioni 7.5 pesa ya serikali kusomesha watoto wa JSS. Hakuna mtoto anahitajika kulipa fees yoyote ati aende shule ya JSS. Naona so kila mtoto mwenye hapo nyumbani aliamua aende atafute pesa ya school fees nyumbani, kesho aende shuleni bila pesa, kwa sababu serikali ya Kenya imetoa pesa ya kusomesha watoto wetu. Na tumetoa pesa nyingi, tumetoa pesa ya primary school, tumetoa pesa ya secondary, tumetoa pesa ya TVET mpaka university. Mwezi huu peke yake wa Januari tumetoa pesa bilioni 60 ya kusomesha watoto wa Kenya, kwa sababu tunajua umuhimu ya masomo ya watoto wetu ndio inatuletea usawa katika taifa letu la Kenya. Mtoto wa maskini na mtoto wa tajiri wanakuwa sawa wakipata elimu. Si kweli? So education is the single most important asset that we have to create equality in Kenya and to develop our young people and to empower our citizens so that they can contribute meaningfully to the development of our country, the growth of our economy, and the progress that we all want to share. So watoto tutafanya namna hiyo. Nyinyi mnajua mwaka uliopita tuliajiri walimu 56,000. Mwaka huu tena napeleka mapendekezo bunge, wewe Chikati na wenzako mjipange, tunataka kuongeza walimu wengine 20,000 mwaka huu.
Bumula constituency member of parliament Jack Wamboka defied odds when he urged President William Ruto not to privatize the Nzoia Sugar Company while at a meeting of Ruto's tour in Bungoma. The Azimio MP was insistent that the company helps thousands of farmers and residents of the county. He received fire from the Kenya Kwanza wing led by the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and the Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah, who urged him to keep off politics.
Mkataba ukasema mimi nikikuwa rais wa Kenya nitafanya mambo matatu. Jambo la kwanza, nitalete factory kwa siku 100. Jambo la pili, nitalipa pesa ya wakulima wote. Jambo la tatu, nitalipa pesa ya wafanyikazi. Mheshimiwa, tukiwa hapa Bungoma leo, tunakuomba wewe uyatekeleze hayo mambo ya tatu ulioambia watu wa Bungoma. Hii Nzoia ni kizungumkuti, Mheshimiwa Rais, kwa mambo ya wakazi wa hapa. Mtu asikudanganye. Hao marafiki zetu wakuambia ukweli, wananchi hawataki kiwanda cha Nzoia kiuzwe. Kwa heshima zote Mheshimiwa, utusikie sisi vilio, usikie vilio vya watu wako.
Bunge karibu wote walikuwa bunge na wakapiga kura. Lakini nimeshangaa ndugu yangu Jack Wamboka, ile siku ya kupiga kura hapa ameongea vizuri sana, mambo yanagusia mkulima. Lakini mahali ilifaa Mheshimiwa Wamboka uongee, utetee wa bunge, wakulima na utetee wafanyikazi, utetee faktoria ya Nzoia ifutiliwe mbali, ile deni ilikuwa kwa bunge, hiyo siku hukupatikana upige kura.
Wakifika hapa, kama iko shida museme iko shida. Kusema ukweli ni kwamba wakulima hawajalipwa. Kweli ama uongo? Iko shida ama hakuna? Wafanyikazi hawajalipwa. Iko shida ama hakuna? Sasa ukija useme kila suluhisho ni tawe, hakuna shida, na ulete suluhisho, unaongea mambo ya kusaidia ama ya kuharibu? Lazima uambie watu ukweli. Ukifika hapa useme iko shida na upeane suluhisho.
Various reactions are increasingly emerging among the residents of Malindi, Kilifi County, following the action of President William Ruto, asking the government to send officers to Haiti, despite the judicial arm of government giving the order. The residents, led by Kensa Ondiek, have insisted that there is a need for President William Ruto to strengthen the country's security instead of sending security officers to Haiti. Now, the residents have asked the head of state to obey the court's decision and the country's constitution so that Kenyans can set an example as the country's leader. It is a statement that has been supported by Henry Katana, who maintained the need for President to respect the judicial arm of government, as well as asking police officers to patrol borders, considering that there is insecurity that has been dealt with at the borders and in the country in general. Meanwhile, some residents have supported the heads of state's statement to send officers to Haiti, claiming that the officers will help even more strengthen Islam in Haiti.
Mahakama inaamua kwamba watu wasipelekwe Haiti kupigana na magaidi, manake ni taifa la magaidi hili leo. Hakuna siku limewahi kutengeza serikali kasimama. Kupeleka watoto wetu huko ni kama kuhatarisha maisha yao. Na zile silaha watakayoenda kusitumia kule, sidhani kama zinafanana na zile silaha wale jamaa hutumia. Kwa hivyo ni kuhatarisha maisha ya vijana wetu. Asipate msukumo kutoka Amerika, Uingereza, wapi. Impe msukumo mpaka apeleke vijana wetu waende kuuawa kwa mataifa mengine. Tusichitumbukise kitu. Kongo tulikuwa huko juzi, hata wakasema kwamba hawana haja na sisi tena. Kwa hivyo misukumo hiyo unayopewa hiyo ni kujenga uadui na mataifa mengine. Kaa chini, fikiria mwanzo na tafuta washauri. Na hii mambo ya mahakama inaamua kitu unashindana, kumaanisha kwamba hata sisi tuvunje sheria basi tuseme uko mamlakani illegal.
Mimi naunga mkono katiba, maana wote tuko chini ya katiba. Hakuna yule yuko juu ya katiba. Rais wetu aliapishwa pale na katiba, na tunampenda kwa sababu alitonyesha uzalendo, akatii mahakama yote yaliyotokea, yote yaliyohalalishwa, basi tukaanza maisha mapya. Tumefika tulipofika. Mbona sasa hatuendi na mahakama?
Rais na mahakama ni kwanza amalize kwanza. Ikimaliza ndio sasa waangalie mambo ya hiyo kupeleka maaskari huko Haiti. Kwa sasa ukiangalia unapeleka maaskari, hata ukiangalia Kenya tuko na shida. Kwanza sasa kwa mipaka. Kwa hiyo tuna Somalia, mara nasikia Afuru. Kwanza ile badi ziko Turkana, wanafaa kumaliza nazo ndio waende wasaidia huko. Hiyo kwenda kusaidia huko ni kama wakati unafagia, hata ukifagia kwanza unaanza kwa nyumba ndio utoke nje ufagie. Si utoke nje ufagie then urudi kwa nyumba ufagie, ni ujinga wale ya juu.
A section of LSK members, Law Society of Kenya, has warned the government's decision to take their services at Huduma centers, saying that the move will deny lawyers their work of litigation and having clients in their offices, which will make them lose their value. Speaking during the campaign for LSK elections slated for February 29th this year, lawyers said the executive have been undermining their services, saying that they will fight for their rights. They said that the decision of taking the services to Huduma centers was not in the was not in consultation with the LSK, and they will oppose any move to take their services at Huduma center.
An argument that the Judicial Service Commission has not been responsive to particularly complaints from lawyers or advocates with regard to errant judicial officers or corrupt judicial officers, that the Commission has not been accountable in terms of how it checks the function of the judiciary. And I think as a male representative, I would want to add a voice at the Commission so that the Commission makes the judiciary accountable, responsive and effective in the delivery of justice.
If Parliament decides to amend the LSK Act, what they need to know is that under Article 10 of the Constitution, LSK is protected. It's one of the institutions which occupies an important position when it comes to rule of law issues, and therefore any legal framework which Parliament enacts will be unconstitutional. And for us, we are ready to fight any attempts to kill the legal framework by filing a petition at the High Court to protect the independence of the legal profession.
The judiciary is trying to introduce legal services within Huduma centers, which we believe is actually infiltrating the practice space. As a judiciary, I think it's important for them to pursue access to justice through the counties that have been created. It's important for them to create courts across the country instead of purporting to create courts within Huduma centers.
LSK should have been consulted, because what it looks like is that the Law Society of Kenya was bypassed in the process, and therefore some of their work is actually being eaten into. Their market will be eaten into if members of the public can access everything through agents at the Huduma Center. It says that they may not need advocates, and yet the country expends a lot of money every year to train advocates, and we churn out advocates in their thousands every year. So we need to create.
The Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, ODPP, has filed an extradition proceeding against Kevin Adam Kinyanjui Kangede, who is suspected to have murdered his girlfriend Margaret Mbitu at Massachusetts in the United States of America between October 30th and November 4th, 2023. According to the ODPP, the fugitive is wanted by the Chelsea District Court at the County of Suffolk for the prosecution of a first-degree murder. He's alleged to have murdered his girlfriend Margaret Mbitu on October 31st, 2023 by stabbing her multiple times in the face and neck and leaving her in a locked car in a parking garage at Boston Logan International Airport. The DPP has informed the court that his office received a formal extradition request from the United States of America on January 31st through the Office of the Attorney General and the Department of Justice from the Office of International Affairs, Criminal Division, Department of Justice, USA, for the arrest and extradition of fugitive Kelvin Kangede.
So he's being currently remanded at Muthaiga police station. So subsequent to that, we received a formal request for extradition from the United States of America. That's the bundle here. So E356 is the formal extradition request from the United States of America. And when we appeared before Honorable Zainab Abdul, she requested that we appear before you this morning for directions on that particular application during the pendency of these proceedings on bail.
The existence of E354 of 2024 which application on a cursory perusal, they were seeking to detain the respondent before you for a period of 30 days awaiting the request and the order to commence these proceedings.
When issues relating to them or bond will also be canvassed, and the file is marked as safe file because it is containing the original documents.
We are most obliged.
Kenya has launched the National Peace Support Operations Fund. Defense Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale, who presided over the inauguration event in Nairobi, explained that the launch demonstrated Kenya's commitment to peace on both regional and global fronts. The CS also placed the fund within the broader context of Kenya's involvement in peace support operations across continents, acknowledging the nation's notable and transformative contributions. However, Duale candidly addressed recent declines in Kenya's participation, attributing it to resource constraints.
Of Kenya's defense policy with the integration of the National Peace Support Operation Fund. This fund is tangible embodiment of our unwavering commitment to peace, both within our region and across the globe. In this context, our involvement in peace support operations across the continent and beyond has been both notable and transformative. However, In the recent past, our contribution has declined partly due to resource constraint. Therefore, the establishment of this fund is a decisive response to these challenges, ensuring our peacekeepers are well prepared, suitably equipped, ready and able to meet Kenya's obligation in the maintenance of international peace and security. It is important to note that this fund will address a critical need in our national defense strategy. The need to ensure our troops are properly aligned for the complexity pertaining to the contemporary peace support environment, and by setting aside a substantial initial capital outlay, we are not just pledging our support for peace, we are actively investing in it. It is our considered view that the gains derived from investing in peace cannot be gainsaid. Every mission our troops have undertaken, whether under regional mechanism or within the framework of the United Nations, recoups to us in the form of stronger allies, safer borders, and a flourishing economy. In this regard, the fund will allow us to significantly elevate our role on the international stage. This fund in place, we are ensuring that our defense forces can rapidly deploy with the right equipment and competency in a changing security environment.
After plans by the CS Transport Kipchumba Murkomen to extend the modern SGR railway will be from Naivasha to Kisumu, the message has been received with mixed reactions by residents of Kisumu County. Speaking in Kisumu, the acting chairperson of the youth movement, Kisumu Young Leaders Valentine Anyango, said that the government's plan to increase the SGR railway or to extend it will bring benefits to the residents of the western region, asking residents to support the project. Well, the statement has been supported by the secretary of the group, Bethway Seth and Seth Okumu. Both have said that the move to extend the SGR to the city of Kisumu will create job opportunities for the residents of Kisumu and its suburbs, and it will also contribute to a good relationship between the national government and the county government of Kisumu.
And with the extension of the SGR to Kisumu, we know that this is a project that is going to spur economic growth in the entire western region. We know that this is a project that is going to open up the tourism sector, not only in Kisumu County but in the entire western region. We know that this project is also going to ease the transport system, and this is in line with the Kenya Kwanza bottom-up economic transformation agenda. We saw that the CS Murkomen said that about 35% of the project will be implemented before the end of this year. And so we are looking forward to it, and we are hoping that this project will be put to plan, because this is going to be such a great opportunity for the young people.
National government and also the county government for coming together to continue with the project of the SGR, which we have been really waiting, because we know it has so many importance to the people of Kisumu and also to the country. We really know truly that this project is going to give the employment, create employment to a number of youths, and which it has already done before. Kindly, I want to call upon the people of Kisumu not to criticize this project. I'm really calling them to come out to support in whatever way the national government or the county government might need it.
This shows how instrumental and how important it is for our leaders, elected and appointed, to cultivate a working relationship with the government. Just urge our people in Kisumu, our leaders in Kisumu, that let us continue working with the government. Let us make it a point that any benefit that we get is for the benefit of our people. And
First daughter Charlene Ruto has visited Turkana County and donated shoes to students of Lochor Aikeni Primary School and a school for disabled students located in Lodwar. Some of the students in the area have not been going to school for a while, and this is due to the distance from the school. More than 300 students, including special schools in Lodwar, have benefited from the support under the successful Zero Barefoot campaign and the environment. Now, Turkana County Governor Jeremiah Lomorukai has praised Charlene's move, asking philanthropists to come forward more to provide and support, as Turkana County is big and reaches all students with challenges. In addition, the residents of the area say that their children have been missing school due to the hot sun and the distance, but they hope that their children will continue with their education.
We always see in the media about Turkana, and such a bad picture is painted about it. But these people are so beautiful. They're so hopeful. These young people are like any other young people in the whole country, and they deserve to have a dignified education. So that is why we came and we gave them school shoes today. But I was also whispering to Victor, we need to go beyond this. We need to get sport shoes for them. We need to get socks for them, because giving school shoes is just one avenue. And I must thank the local business community. We were able to give out these shoes thanks to Equator group of companies and Alfarama. And I wish other members of the local business community could come in. Before we even go for international help or international aid, we know there are so many local business communities who can put aside a part of their budget as CSR to support our young people, because truly education is the only equalizer. Whether you're from a rich background, a poor background, education is the real equalizer. So why can't we support our young people to have quality, relevant and dignified education?
Tumekuja leo Turkana, Lochora Ikeny, Lodwar kwa sababu ya Zero Barefoot. Zero Barefoot tunakuja kupatia watoto viatu. Tunasema ya kwamba bringing dignity in our schools. SDG number 4 of quality education. We want all the students, all the kids in public primary schools from the needy background to have shoes. That is why leo tumekuja hapa Lochora Ikeny kupatiana viatu. Tukipatia viatu, we are solving a lot of problems. Wakienda hata latrine, the hygiene you see this terrain, it is very sunny and it is very hot. Ya kwamba watoto wakitembea kwa hii sandy soil wanachomwa na jua. Sasa ile viatu itawasaidia.
And I want to really appreciate Charlene for really coming with his team, with our team, to come and join the county of Turkana people to support our children with this very important program.
Nimefurahi sana kwa mtoto wa rais akaleta viatu hapa kwa watoto wetu Lochora Ikeny, kwa palicha watoto wetu viatu,
kwa msichana rais kututembelea kusaidia watoto wetu ambapo hakuwa na viatu. Tumesema asante, tumepende, tunaomba tena azidi kutusaidia.
Fortis Hospital India, in partnership with the Langata Hospital, have launched an information center that will be integral in assisting patients get accurate information such as treatment options and legal documents when a patient is required to travel for treatment abroad. The information center furthermore will provide information needed to assent to the surgical procedures depending on the procedure, as well as assistance with visa application. Fortis Hospitals has 28 facilities across India and is the second largest hospital group in India. They offer super specialties including minimally invasive cardiac surgeries. The information center will bring more certainty because patients at times don't get reliable information in terms of cost and may end up stranded in India.
The new clinic that I just referred to was opened last year in October 2023. Now, we take pride in our professional and dedicated team of doctors, nurses and support staff who strive to ensure that our patients receive the best possible care. Our mission at Langata Hospital is to ensure the health and well-being of all our patients through compassion, innovation, and excellence in healthcare services.
The main purpose of us coming here is also to take care of patients' journey, which is pre and post. So I will actually begin from there. The context is that we want to take care of the patient's journey, which is like before the patient decides, and then when the patient comes back, which is often, very often is neglected.
Talk to the doctor and understand the treatment plan. And that is where you can get all your questions answered before you come, when you opened her speech, she said that before, during and after. So this is the before part that we cover completely. So the patient and the family are completely aware of what they are going to have, and there are no surprises.
Just to say that my mom was taken care of by one of the top orthopedic surgeons, Dr. Subash Jangid, very good doctor. The treatment process, it went well, and to say that also Medivenue took care of us the whole time that we were in Gurgaon, including I myself. I wasn't the patient, but Ashutosh was able to take me sightseeing, and mom was still taken care of. So that is just to say that with Medivenue and Fortis, I think that is a great collaboration. I think a great partnership now with Langata. I commend all of you for this great collaboration.
Mombasa County Governor Abdul Swamad Nasir broke ground for the construction of a decentralized treatment facility to treat wastewater from flush toilets serving Shimola Tower environs, as well as exhauster bowsers from surrounding areas. The project represents a modern and innovative approach to addressing the challenges of wastewater treatment in densely populated areas. By decentralizing the treatment process, the plant aims to efficiently manage wastewater at a local level, reducing the burden on central treatment facilities and minimizing the impact on surrounding communities. The technology that will be used to treat the effluent will ensure that the environmental and financial value addition are achieved by recycling the wastewater for irrigation and producing brackets as energy sources.
Katika yale tuloweza kuyatangaza kwenye manifesto yetu, mkataba niloweza kuwekeana pamoja na watu wa Mombasa, miwani ni ya kuona lakini mutansamee, nipeni nafasi niavue. Nataka muniangalie ana kwa ana kwenye macho. Mkataba nilowekeana na watu wa Mombasa, mojawapo ni kuwa tutafanya vilivyo kupunguza hili dhiki la maji ya choo kuwa lenye kuenea kila pahali. Mombasa kwa sasa, ile sehemu ambayo yenye kuweza kufanya water treatment ama kusafisha yale maji ni Kipevu peke yake. Nataka kuambia hii leo tuko maeneo haya ya Shanzu, na hii project nimeambiwa mkataba ni kwa miezi 6 itakuwa imemalizika. Tukitoka hapa, ikifika katikati ya Februari, tunafanya nyingine maeneo ya Mikindani, ili wale walioko katika upande wa Mombasa, upande wa Changamwe waweze kusaidika kamilisha na eneo la Likoni.
This was a project that ilitengezwa mwaka wa 2020, na kwa muda huo wote hatukuweza kufanikiwa kuileta. And for the first time, Governor, and this is happening to me twice now, project ambayo imechukua muda mrefu haisongi.
Spouse to the Deputy President, Pastor Dorcas Rigathi, has accused the religious organizations in the church or in the country of keeping quiet while young men are destroyed by alcoholism, drugs and substance abuse. Speaking on Thursday when she held a meeting with members of the clergy in Karuri, Kiambu County, Pastor Dorcas said many religious leaders know the people involved in the sale and distribution of drugs and substances in their areas, but never speak out against the vice.
Nafikiri ni mara ngapi amekuja akiangalia sisi kama kanisa, tukiona yale mambo yanaendelea kwa nchi yetu tukinyamaza. Wengine wanasema hatutaki kusema kwa sababu serikali itafunga kanisa. Kanisa ni gani ambaye wezi kuendeleza neno la Bwana na ukweli wake na kwenda huko nje na kuambia maovu ni maovu? Kama kitu ni kiovu ni sin is sin, and you must call it sin. You cannot keep quiet. People are selling poisons. The church knows. Even my brothers, you also know. People are selling bangi, and they are killing our children.
Now, to sports. It pains me to read this, but Conor Bradley produced a memorable display by scoring his first Liverpool goal and grabbing 2 assists as the Reds beat Chelsea to maintain